Hello everyone, this is Alex with the Sachem Public Library Studio, and today we will be going over how to edit a video in Adobe Premiere Rush. Adobe Premiere Rush is part of the Adobe Services Suite. It is a simplified version of Adobe Premiere, ideal for quick edits or smaller video edits where you don't need a full production suite to finish your video. So to get started, we're going to open Adobe Premiere Rush, and then it will ask you to sign in with your Adobe account. Then you're going to hit create a new project. So we're going to click on this, and then it'll ask for our project name. In this case, I will call it Heartbox because that is the video that we're working on. And now I'm going to give it a video to work on. So that will be this video right here. Then I'm going to click create. It will then prepare our media for working in Adobe Premiere Rush. And we can see our entire timeline here. And I can scrub through our timeline with this blue bar, and that will be the entire video from start to finish. Now, when I play this, you won't be able to hear the audio because I have turned it off for the recording. That way you're not hearing my voice as well as my voice again inside of this other video. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on editing this video. And I'm going to show you the process of doing that. Before we get to that, I'm going to go over the interface. So we have our cut button here. So as long as we're anywhere in the video at any point that isn't the very end or the very beginning, we can click this and it will cut and split those two tracks into two sections. So say I wanted to cut out this part of the video right here. I would put two cuts, and now this is a separate clip, and then I can click delete and it will remove that clip from my video. Now in the top right here, we have a number of things. So we have titles, so we can add title cards or other effects into our video for the beginning or the end of a video. Here we have transitions, so if we want to transition between two separate clips, so if there was a scene change right here and we had a split, we can add an effect, and that will add a dissolve effect between the two clips, but we don't want that for this particular video, as well as pan and zooms and other things. We're not going to need that for this tutorial or for this particular video, but if you did want to add transitions into your video, you'd simply drag in your effect, and then you can set the duration of how long that effect will last between your two clips. Here we have a color preset, so this will change the color values of our video. So if you're looking for a particular style, you can use this to give an effect to your overall video. Now, because this video we're working on is also an instructional video, I don't want any color adjustments applied to it. Now here, this is the speed of our clip. This allows us to make parts of our video either faster or slower, depending on what we were looking to do. So we can adjust the range speed here, and this will speed up or slow down the video in that percentage. This section here is the audio, so this will analyze the audio and allow us to make adjustments. So I can tell it the type of audio is voice, which it detected. I can tell it to balance the sound and to reduce echo or to reduce background noise, as well as to enhance speech for the voice type. So I will set that to be those settings here. And the reduced background noise effect, you can adjust the intensity of that effect. And the only way to really determine the optimal effect for that is to listen to your recording as you adjust the reduced background noise and see if it makes your voice sound muffled or the voices in your clip sound muffled. If it's too much of an effect, lower the intensity until the sounds in your audio sound normal, but it does reduce any background noise that's happening to make sure that the audio that you want to be recorded is what's in focus. Down here is the last option in our panel, and this is our transform, scale, and crop menu. So this allows us to adjust the view of our video. So if I crop the top by a certain percentage, it will apply a black bar right to the top. So I can cut off that top section right here. And I can also cut off the bottom section where that taskbar is, because I don't want anyone to see that in the final video. Now that that's cut out, what I can do is start editing my video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play back the video, and then as it's playing back, I'm going to make sure that the sound is going to the correct place on my computer so I can hear it. You can also check your settings in here to make sure that the audio output is going to the right location. So if you're not getting audio out, make sure your audio output is set to your device, and any input that you're taking in Adobe Premiere Rush is set to your correct mic, which in this case is this, but I don't need it to be taking input right now. So now that that's set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit OK, and now when I hit play, I will be able to hear my audio, and then I can begin working on my clip. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to listen to our overall audio here, and I'm going to start editing. So I'm going to listen through. And what I can do now is I'm going to scrub through. So if you did the recording yourself, you might know where there are areas where you might have misspoke or there are other things wrong in that video. If not, you might need to listen to the entire thing. So as I'm working on this, I can adjust the zoom of the timeline here, and I can also scrub through and focus on a particular area by zooming in. So if I hold Control and scroll, I believe it's Alt and scroll for Windows, my mistake. So if we hold Alt and scroll, now what I can do is I can see in more detail and finally scrub that particular area. So if I'm trying to make a cut in a clip where there's a small error, I can focus on that one particular area in the clip. Okay, so now that I've scrubbed through my entire video here, I believe there was one area where I wanted to make a change. I believe it was back here, yes. Right there. See, I accidentally hit the wrong button on my computer. So I want to, right there. So I'm going to scroll in on that area right there. So see how the marker won't move as I scroll in, even though the images that it's showing me are changing? So I made a mistake here, and I paused and then I started recording again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the part where I had begun speaking again from the previous part of the track. And this is going to be a little tricky. So I'm going to zoom in, and you might have to play the track a few times. I believe it's right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit cut. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right where that other audio is. So I'm going to do 2 cuts. And now that should get rid of that mistake that I made in the video. And now I can play it back to make sure that it's smooth. And then if I need to trim a little more off of one end or the other, I could zoom in a little more. And that will allow me to do a little more fine adjustments. So I'm going to do a very small cut of that tiny piece of video right there. And now my audio should be smooth. And now if we scroll back out, we have our full clip, and I can scrub through this and make sure that there's nothing else wrong. Okay, now I have my fully finished clip, the full thing. So it's 14 minutes and 13 seconds long. Now that I have this finished, what I want to do is I want to export this so I can then upload it. So to do that in Adobe Premiere Rush, what I want to do is I want to hit this share button right here. Now this will allow me to choose what I'm doing with it. You can either directly upload it to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Behance, or you can save it locally. Now, if you're saving it locally, I recommend to go into your advanced settings. You can also choose where to put it. So I'm going to put it into videos. I'll select that folder. And instead of sequence 01, I'm going to call this Heartbox Tutorial. Okay, now that I have my video name set, I'm going to choose my presets. So this is going to be uploaded to YouTube in 1080p. So I'm going to choose that preset here. The rest of this you can leave the same. And you notice our estimated file size went from 4 gigabytes to just under 2 gigabytes. So it cut our total video size in half. And once you're happy with it, you're going to click the export button. And now it will render the video and it will show you the remaining time in order to complete that process. Once your rendering is complete, it will show you that your video has been completed and it will allow you to view its saved location. And if you open up the video location here under your file explorer, you'll see it's right there. It is exporting properly. So we just have to wait and do not close Adobe Premiere Rush or turn off your computer while this is generating your clips and saving it to your computer. Okay, I hope this was a helpful tutorial and made you a little more comfortable with Adobe Premiere Rush. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.